Hello and welcome 12 Commerce students. Today in this business studies class, we will do the topic methods of training of staffing chapter. Methods of training. Now, there are several methods that are used to impart training to the employees. These methods may vary from the organization to organization, or it may vary from employee to employee. That is, these methods of training are adopted depending on whom we are training, whom the organization is training. That is, it depends on the categories of employees. So, the most commonly used methods of training are as follows. First important is on the job training. First one is on the job training. On the job training. And the second part is off the job training. Apart from these two, there are other categories also, but these two are the most important or most distinctive categories, that is on the job training and off the job training. Off the job training. These two are the most significant categories of training. On the job training means this method of training enables workers to be trained under the same working conditions with the same process and equipment used for performing the job. Here workers are trained on the job. At the workplace, workers are trained on the same machineries while doing the job. That is, in their job place, in their workplace they are trained. So in the same working condition, in the same place, they can work also and they can be trained also. So while doing their job, they are trained, and that's why this kind of training is called on the job training. On the job training. It is learning by doing in an actual work situation. This is learning by doing. This can be called learning by doing. That is learning by doing the job. This work process is learning by doing the job. That is, some of the major techniques of on-the-job training methods can be listed as coaching. Coaching is one of the example of on-the-job training. Apart from coaching, job rotation. Job rotation means these are the different types of on-the-job training. Job rotation. Job rotation is another type of on-the-job training. Now, what is coaching? An employee is trained on the job by his immediate superior. The superior teaches job knowledge and skills to the subordinates. And job rotation means here the employee moves from one job to another at planned intervals. These movements through different jobs provide a wide exposure. That means he is moved to some other levels, to some other level of work, maybe to some work where a superior is working. So job rotation is this, where he is rotated, his place, his position is rotated continuously. Next is temporary promotion. Temporary promotion is given because a higher position is given to an employee to learn the work process. Promotion is given but on a temporary basis. Here a junior executive may be given a promotion on a purely temporary basis to handle that position. Next is special committees. Special committees is also a kind of on-the-job training or assistant to a position. Managers from various functional areas of a committee comes to train the existing employees in different methods. This is called committee. Next is assistant to the position. Assistant, being an assistant of a particular senior, of a particular manager, one can learn the job training. This is on the job training. Now, off the job training means what? It is designed to impart training by personnel by supplying them the required knowledge and skills away from the job. This is learning by doing, but this process of the job means away from the job. Away from the job, one has to learn the training. Not in the job. Employees are exposed to new ideas and experiences, but away from the job, not being in the job. Now, for example, lectures, they can attend different kind of lectures, conferences, seminars. These are the different of the job. The executives will come and give lecture. Different executives from different companies is going to come and attend will provide lecture, conferences and seminars, and the employee of an organization tends to attend this kind of the job training. Now, after this comes different types of trainings. Different types of trainings means vestibule training, orientation training, refresher training. There are various types of other types of training like refresher training. Then comes vestibule training, apprenticeship training, many type of. Now, what is first, refresher training means this method of training is designed to help the existing employees for giving them training, development in their jobs and technology. It has become necessary for the employees to refresh the knowledge and update their skills. Refresher training, a refreshing knowledge is provided to the employees. Now comes the vestibule training. The training is conducted away from the actual place. Now here the workers are trained in a separate classroom. A classroom is provided where artificial things are made, just like similar to a replica of the workplace is made, and in that environment an employee is exposed to work as if he is working in his job. So this is a kind of vestibule training. The working environment of the classroom is artificial, but it is just like the actual condition. This is called vestibule training. Now, apprenticeship training or orientation training is also there. Orientation training, is another type of training. In this orientation training, this method of training is designed to help a new entrant for adapting himself to a new environment. A new entrant is not familiar with the working conditions of an organization. So in this case, he is trained so that he can make himself go with the flow of the organization. A new entrant, a newcomer is always trained under this type of training, which is called orientation training. And last but not the least comes apprenticeship training. Apprenticeship training. This is number 6. Apprenticeship training. Apprenticeship training. Important new term, apprenticeship training. Now what is this? Under this method of training, this method of training is used to prepare the employees for a variety of skilled occupation and craft. Here worker is attached to an experienced worker, a knowledgeable person who has experience, who is senior. So he is attached with a senior worker, and then the worker learns while observing his senior. He learns the methods that he must use while working in the organization. So this is apprenticeship, a very new term. This is also an important method of training. So these are the different methods of training that I have explained today: on the job, off the job, and then refresher training, vestibule training, orientation training and apprenticeship training. I hope whatever I have explained about these methods of training you have clearly understood, and you can get all these notes by clicking the link of notes given in the description box, where you can get the PDF of different notes of these class. So do the homework, write these notes in the copies and submit your copies in proper time. Till then, goodbye.